Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Aditya Teaches Chess. In this video, I am going to teach you World Chess Championship Game 1 played between Boris Spassky and James Robert Fischer in 1972, Iceland. D4, controlling the center, Knight f6, developing minor piece and also controlling center. C4, E6, controlling the center, Knight f3, developing minor piece, D5, attacking C4 pawn, white is controlling D5 center, Knight C3, developing a minor piece, Bishop to B4, developing black bishop and also pinning white king, E3, opening a diagonal to develop white bishop, kingside castle, bishop d3, c5, attacking the center, kingside castle, knight c6, developing, a3, attacking black bishop, bishop a5, knight e2. The idea of knight e2 is capturing the c5 pawn and whites want to play b4. Instead of knight e2, if white played d into c5, d into c4, bishop into c4, bishop into c3, b into c3, black is pawned down, but anyhow he created a weakness, double pawns on c5 and isolated pawn on a5. So in this way black got compensation for pawn, so white played the move knight e2, d into c4, bishop into c4, bishop b6, d into c5, queen into d1, rook into d1, bishop into c5, b4, attacking black bishop, bishop e7, bishop b2, bishop d7. Now both players finish the development, their rooks are connected and now middle game begins. So here in this position white has more space and also is rook on open file. Rook a c1, rook f d8, knight e d4, knight into d4, knight into d4, bishop a4, attacking the rook, bishop b3. If black bishop captures white bishop, then knight into b3. Now black not possible to play a5. If white rook plays e1, then a5, d into a5, rook into a5. Both players have isolated pawn. Bishop into b3, knight into b3, rook into d1, check, rook into d1, rook c8, keeping black rook to open file. King f1. Here don't play bishop into f6. Bishop is free and controlling from a1 to h8. Instead of that, improve king position after all pieces exchange. An advanced king may endgame. King f1, king f8, king e2, knight e4. The idea of knight e4 is to give check on c3 and creating fork and also forcing white bishop to capture, and finally black is better in the endgame. Rook c1, preventing knight c3 check, rook into c1, bishop into c1, f6. The idea of f6 is black king can't defend g7 square for too long time. White may play bishop b2, keeps eye on g7. Since already endgame started, black must active his king. Knight a5, knight d6. If black plays b6, he weaks c6 square. King d3, controlling e4 square. b8, knight c4, bishop c7, knight into d6, bishop into d6, b5, gaining some space on queen side and also preventing a6 to h2. This move stunned the audience who were watching the World Chess Championship match in Iceland. This move is mistake. g3, trapping the bishop, h5. Fischer idea is to play h5, h4, but now king e2, king f3, king g3 is coming. King e2, h4, king f3, king e7, king g2. Now Mr. Fischer realized his mistake. H into g3, f into g3, bishop into g3, king into g3, king d6, a4, protecting the b5 pawn, and also white wants to bring his bishop to a3. King d5, bishop a3, king e4, bishop c5, a6, b6, f5, not allowing white king to play on g4. King h4. Now white king not allowing g7 pawn to play to g5. f4, e into f4, king into f4, king h5, king f5. If black played the move g5 instead of king f5, then white king will come to g6. So king f5, bishop e3, king e4, bishop f2, king f5, bishop h4, e5, bishop g5, e4. Instead of e4, if black plays g6 check, king h6, a5, bishop d2, e4, bishop g5, bishop e3, blocking the passed pawn, king f6, king g4, king e5, king g5, king d5, king f5. King f5 has been played instead of king g6. The idea is to put pressure on e4 pawn. Black king is just defending the pawn and he can't move anywhere. a5, bishop f2, g5, king into g5, king c4. Instead of king c4, if black played the move king e5, let's see. King e5, bishop e3, king e6, king f4, king d5, king f5, king c4, king into e4, king b4, king e5, king capture a4, king d6, king b5, king c7, a4, king capture b7, a3. Now bishop to d4. For black, king c4, white played the move king f5, king b4, king capture e4, king capture a4, king d5, king b5, king d6. In 56th move, white played the move king d6. In this position, Bobby Fischer resigned game. Thanks for watching my video. If you like my video, subscribe to my channel. If you want to learn from my side, then please let me know through comment section. Thank you. Bye bye.